everyone. Welcome to week one of MAT162 Statistical Reasoning. Hopefully you were able to watch the course orientation video. If you weren't, I'll show you where that is in this video here as well. In this weekly update, I like to kind of give you guys a agenda to follow for the week. In addition, kind of explain some of the assignments that you'll be completing. So first things first, I'm going to go to our course schedule just so you guys can see the assignments that are listed for this week. So if you click on weekly timeline schedule on the course homepage, you'll be able to find this document. And it basically lists out the assignments that you're completing each week. And I tried to organize it so that the videos and any kind of note-taking areas are kind of in this middle column. So you see the Ed Puzzle assignments, you see reading the directions, and then the overall list of assignments will be in this right column. So you see that in week 1 to 2, we have quite a few assignments. This course is packed with these little mini assignments. And so what I like to do is kind of organize them in a to-do list for you so you kind of know what to do and in what order. So you all are receiving this announcement today via email and also on our course page. And you're watching the video guide right now explaining this list of assignments. You're in a good spot, okay? So like I said, I create a recommended schedule for you to complete assignments and on what day. And again, it's based off the course schedule list that we have. So for today, I have you watching the video, which you're doing right now. I also want you to complete the honors pledge first. All right, so I'm going to click on that in a new tab. The honors pledge is simply a one-question quiz that says I will not cheat, I will not condone copying or cheating in the class. And it will look something like this once you guys are completing it, so starting the quiz. All right, so I agree that I will not cheat. One thing to add on to this, everybody, is please be very careful with artificial intelligence. So whether it's ChatGPT, it's Claude, or one of the other AI tools, we do check for AI use when you guys submit your final drafts, and obviously you'd be subject to disciplinary action with the university if there was any academic integrity violation. All of your work should be your own and not copy and paste it from somewhere else. Okay. So that's the first assignment, is simply that one question quiz. The next assignment I want you to take a look at is the Project Zero checkpoint. So if you click the link, it'll take you right there. Okay. Now this is where you submit the assignment. If you want to read the overall overview for the project, which I want you to do right now with me, you would click on Content, and then you would scroll on the left-hand side to where it says Course Projects. You would scroll down to Project Zero and then Overview and Instructions. And what is this project? Well, this project is going to be your first summative assessment for lessons 1 and 2. And the goal of the project is for it to be a foundation for all of the projects in the course. It assesses your comprehension of data collection, types of data, statistical questions, and survey questions. In this project, you're going to choose a topic and design a collection strategy to help you investigate that topic. Here are some examples. So overall, in our statistical reasoning course, your goal is to ask statistical questions about a topic, and then you start to collect data for that topic. For example, if you are interested in movies, your statistical question could be, how might the salary of the lead role in a film impact box office profits? Now, obviously, this would be really hard to complete for this project because in this project, you're going to be surveying people, and this would be more data that you're researching online. One better one for this course would be, do people under 30 spend more time at the beach than those aged 30 to 45? From there, you could collect data from people based off their time spent at the beach, the age of the beachgoers, their sunscreen usage, and so on. Right, so that would be a good one. Blood pressure. Blood pressure might not be the best topic because you wouldn't be able to ask the questions within a survey. You'd actually have to take people's blood pressure measurements, and which would be difficult to do for this course. Same idea with newborn health. So something more along the lines of questions that you can ask. It doesn't mean that you need to stay away from medical topics, but it would be questions that you're typically asking instead of you performing some measurement on the person. Because the survey that you send out will be in the form of a Google form eventually, and we'll talk about that at a later time. So again, it's going over that. How do you complete the project? Well, here's the template for the project. All right, so if you click on Download Template, right? And what will happen when you hit download is you'll have a Microsoft Word document downloaded to your computer. Now, I understand that for some of you, this is your first course at Delta Tech, and want to help you stay organized. So there is a way to upload that document to your Microsoft 365. So I'm going to do it by going to my email, and I'm going to go to my Dell Tech email and click on the 9 dots that are at the top left, and I'm going to click on where it says OneDrive. And so from there, I can upload any document so that it stays saved online. I don't have to worry about downloading it to a single computer. I'm going to go and click on Create or Upload, and I'm going to click on Folder. I'm going to create a folder for this class called MAT162. Put our code in there, 413. All right, so now when I go to Documents, I will see that folder. So go to My Files, you'll see that folder pop up here, right? And within that folder, I'm going to go ahead and hit Create or Upload, and I'm going to upload the file for the project that we just downloaded. Cool. And now it will be here to edit, and any edit that I make will stay online and it will stay alive, okay? So this is your first project checkpoint, and basically you'll replace your name up here. You will also complete the questions as they're seen here, and you'll simply type in your answers below. So brainstorming a topic of interest to you for the semester. So my topic of interest is blank, right? Um, be specific and provide details. This topic interests me because blank. And then more specifically, I want to analyze blank, right? So you see the idea here. I'm typing in my answers below, and obviously you would fill in the blank for what you want your topic to be. So if your topic of interest is the beach show, I would write my topic of interest is about um, people's habits in going to the beach. This topic interests me because I've been going to the beach every summer ever since I was a little kid. And I want to know whether or not other people enjoy the beach just as much as me. I'm just giving kind of, example sentences that you might have. More specifically, I want to analyze whether or not people use sunscreen, what type of music they like to listen to on the beach, and how long they like to stay at the beach. This would be a really fun topic for someone who's interested in going to the beach. Now, it doesn't have to be a topic that's based off your hobby. It could be a topic related to your future career, and you want to kind of analyze people's dental health, their fitness levels. You could go talking about their health history and kind of any metrics that relate to that health history. If you are planning to go into education, you could talk about people's experience in their classrooms in high school, or as a child, and how that relates to them. So there's a lot of different ways you can take this project. From there, you're going to start developing your quantitative and categorical survey questions and answer the questions below. Now, I'm going to hold off on kind of explaining every detail because if you go back to the overview and instructions, there is a video at the problem that one helps you with downloading templates, which I kind of showed you a little bit today, but still watch the video. And then there's a video for the project and data collection plan checkpoint. Definitely watch this video in its entirety. It's basically an instructor walking you through how to complete the project checkpoint. And she even gives you some sentence structures and frames to use as you're working through the project. Sorry, these ads are going right now. Once they're done, I'll show you. As you can see in the video, she's going to basically give you some sentence structures. It doesn't mean that everything she provides is kind of a step-by-step answer for you. There are some times where, the instructor here will say something, and I'll provide you even more feedback to maybe take your answer from proficient to exemplary so that you get closer to a perfect score. So just keep that in mind, for the checkpoints, you'll be given additional feedback in addition to what you kind of write here, okay? And so, like I said, she'll give you a step-by-step run-through of the problems, and you'll be completing that. Now, that first assignment, that's due on Thursday evening. So it's your first big assignment, and that's due on Thursday. Definitely follow the video guide as you're working through it. And you can find that video guide under the course overview, sorry, the project overview for that project by going to content, scrolling down on the left-hand side, and clicking on course projects, and then the project 0 overview and instructions. Again, you can find the template here and the video guide here. From there, going back to our recommended to-do list, kind of in an order for you from this announcement. From there, I have you on Tuesday watching the Edpuzzle video for 1A. So if you click on the link here, it'll take you directly to the website for Edpuzzle. If you haven't already signed up, go back and watch the course overview video that I sent out last week. It tells you how to sign up for Edpuzzle. But when you get onto here, you're going to look for video 1A, so Edpuzzle 1A. And here it is, okay? And you're going to click on it and watch the video that's there. As you're watching the video, you'll respond to some prompts. When you're watching the video, you're also going to be copying down your notes in your notebook. And as you're copying down the notes in your notebook, you are going to save them to help you out with the projects, okay? So that's the Edpuzzle video. After you're done the first Edpuzzle video, I have you completing what's called a preview assignment. Preview assignments typically occur before you watch Edpuzzle videos because they get you ready for what you're about to learn in the video. They help you build some prerequisite skills. A lot of them tend to be multiple choice, fill in the blank, drag and drop, or drop down menu types of questions. So just kind of be ready for that. They are completed directly onto here. And the first time you click on the link for a preview or practice assignment, you're going to have to click something that says connect to your account or continue. So make sure you do that. Okay. That's that. Once you're done the preview assignment, you'll then complete the Edpuzzle activity. But this time, instead of Edpuzzle 1A, you're going to find the Edpuzzle for 1C. So again, I'm going to go from 1A to 1C, and which would be the next one in that order here. So for 1C, you'll watch it, take notes in your notebook. You do not need to submit your notebook notes anywhere. Those are simply for you to keep to help you out with the project assignments. Okay, so that's that. And then the rest of the week will kind of run in that fashion: preview assignments, then Edpuzzle, preview assignments, then Edpuzzle. And at the end of each lesson, there's a lesson practice, which again is a similar assignment to the preview assignments, but they occur after the Edpuzzle videos. And basically, they assess you on what you just learned as you were watching the videos and completing their practice assignments. Okay. These all lead up until the end. So preview 2A, Edpuzzle 2A, 2B, 2B, 2C, 2C, 2D, 2D, lesson 2 practice. Now, on Friday or Saturday, so you guys have this checkpoint due on Thursday, you're going to submit it. On Friday or Saturday, I'm going to give you some very detailed feedback. You're going to make edits for that project checkpoint on Sunday, and you'll submit your final submission. So where do you submit the project checkpoint and the submission? If you click on the link, it takes you directly to where you submit it, but you can always go to Activities, Assignments, find the checkpoint area, and you're going to kind of upload your file there and to submit it. And then same idea for the final submission on Sunday. You'll upload your file here to submit. Okay. So that's kind of the overall to-do list for this week. Definitely let me know if you guys have any questions. As a reminder, you need to complete the preview and practice assignments. You have to watch the Edpuzzle videos and take notes, but you do not need to upload your notes anywhere. They're simply for yourself. And then you also need to complete the project assignment using the provided template and also the project video guides. That's it for week 1. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll be happy to help you. You can reach out to me via email, and I'll be happy to respond. Other than that, have a great week, and I'll see you all later. Bye.